So I noticed today when I woke that I was not feeling a lot of thought. I was not thinking a lot of thought, actually. I was aware of thought being present, but it felt like it was just kind of light in the background as opposed to heavy thought. And I thought about how yesterday I resolved something that I had been conflicted about for a while, and one of the clues that I was conflicted was that prior to this kind of internal resolution arising, I couldn't read very well. I would read something and then about a paragraph or two later realize I hadn't absorbed a single thing, and it was because I was in my mind so much trying to resolve a conflict. And I believe that a lot of focus on meditation, chanting, other techniques, and so forth is towards the goal of developing a peaceful mind. And I think that awareness can come from that process. But today I realized that unless we resolve things that we're conflicted about, either through taking some kind of action or coming to an internal resolution, it seems as though no degree of meditation in and of itself can dissipate the chatter. In other words, we have issues in our lives that need our presence and our attention and our thought, even in terms of figuring out how we want to handle something. The process of clearing your mind through meditating or just being still and paying attention to your thoughts, witnessing and so forth, that can help you develop a resolution. But if you ignore it, if you ignore the conflict, then the chatter will continue. And I noticed today too that having a more still mind, I was able to get in touch with an idea that had been surfacing probably for about a week or so about something I could do for my business related to verifying search terms that I use for people finding business stuff. And it involves, it's something I am going to do because I realized I was resisting it because it's dull. But these thoughts about this business-related thing were like subtle ripples. And so when I was more conflicted about something, there was waves. And you can't get in touch with the ripples when there's waves. So that's a benefit of having a more still mind, is that you can notice the ripples. And I've noticed, too, in reflecting upon doing some of this more linear work, it might only take me 2 or 3 hours, that a lot of times it seems like something that's more repetitive or, linear is going to be worse than it is, and so much one's attitude is going to affect the process. But something like even painting a wall, for example, there's nothing inherently interesting about dipping your roller or your brush in paint and then doing this, But it can actually be a peaceful thing. And if there's some purpose to what you're doing that's linear, like in this case I might increase my income a fraction or something if it turns out that this idea leads to greater traffic to my sites, then it's not so purposeless to do something that's linear. It's just like eating, breathing, showering, doing things that lead to what you want to experience. So it's not so bad. Plus I can listen to music or put some kind of show on in the background that can make things a little bit more stimulating to my mind while I do it. So with no further ado, I think I'm going to go and begin on this project. Thanks for listening.